Hey
Hello.
everybody, welcome to Trail Talk. I'm Edie.
I'm Mary.
We are really glad you could join us today because we are taking you on a tour of the Chisholm Trail Heritage Center. I mean, who wouldn't love to? And the best part, it's free.
And you don't even have to leave your house.
You don't even have to leave the comfort of your sofa. That's right.
Right.
So, to get us started, this is our logo, and it's a little bit new. We've had this logo just for a short time. You know, we're kind of revamping, yeah, kind of doing some things a little bit different around here. And so this is our new logo, and when you guys see this, now you can think of us, not like the old logo stuff like it's on my shirt. But anyway, so we're kind of excited about that. So, welcome to the Chisholm Trail Heritage Center. Many of you have probably seen this, at least this part.
Driving by.
Just driving by, yeah. This is a shot from the south side, but the west side also has
Pretty much identical.
these words. But this is our portico, and the portico is really a great it's like an outdoor classroom. We're able to use it as an outdoor classroom.
We do use it a lot.
That's where our free family art Mondays happens. And that's in the months of June and July. We have free art for anybody who wants to come and join us on Mondays. That's really a fun activity. But a lot of people,
We've had a lot come here recently and have coffee.
Exactly, yeah. People
public.
coming out for the trails, they'll take a break under there.
Eat lunch.
When we have school groups or large groups, a lot of times people will bring their lunch and picnic out there. It's just a very comfortable space. There are a lot of picnic tables and stuff out there, and of course it clearly advertises who we are.
Yeah, there's no mistake.
Yeah, the Chisholm Trail Heritage Center and the Garris Gallery of Western Art, which we will talk about more here in a few minutes. So this is kind of the thing that kicked this whole area off. Is this
the dedication of the monument?
Right, the dedication of the monument. So this is officially known as the On the Chisholm Trail Monument, and it was created by Paul Moore. He's a sculptor from here in Oklahoma. And at the time of its unveiling, which was 1998, is that correct? This was his largest work and actually the largest bronze in the state of Oklahoma.
Quite a feat.
Right,
Took him several years to finish.
Right, and the fact that it was here in Duncan, Oklahoma is just, I don't know, it's just an astounding thing to me that our little community is home
right, to
something so amazing as that. I was gonna...
The pieces in it as well, they're life size.
Oh,
like
yeah.
The steers and the cowboys and horses in it, they're life size.
Life size. So, I mean, it's an amazing thing to see. Really, the back side of it is the street that goes past the front of the museum, and so you don't really get to appreciate it. But if you come out and go for a stroll, there's a lot of good walking areas. You can see it. But we always encourage groups to take pictures in front of it because it is quite a landmark. But the reason this is here is because there was a group of people, citizens from Duncan, Southwest Oklahoma, and North Texas, who wanted to increase the quality of life in this region. And I mean, a bronze statue, that may not seem like a way to increase the quality of life, but it was the first step in the creation of the rest of this heritage center that truly has raised the quality of life for people in this whole region.
Brings people in from everywhere.
Right, I was going to say that we'll kind of cover this a little bit more in a minute, but I mean, we have visitors from around the world. And so the dream of these visionaries from the 1990s is, I would say that it has evolved into hopefully what they saw, their vision for our future. And I just think it's just such a great piece. It's actually one of the 20 objects that shape Oklahoma. It's on a list. You know, there's always lists. But this is one of those things. So, On the Chisholm Trail Monument by Paul Moore, a great work of art. Also, you can see in that picture, there's the big bronze, and then this red area, Mary's kind of showing you there. doing her best Vanna White. That is kind of a simulated Chisholm Trail, if you will. Can you point to the little starting point there
Back
under
here,
the
this
tree?
monument.
Yeah,
Like
that's kind of
marker.
it's a marker, and it tells you the location of the starting point of the Chisholm Trail. And then as you follow it along, there are places where there's a river crossing or a state line where the states have divided, and it goes all the way to Abilene, Kansas. And then this marker is just to the side. It's kind of right over here.
Over here by the monument.
And this pays tribute to the people who really probably helped finance as well as dream
vision.
this whole thing. And so this is on the Chisholm Trail, and it mentions James McCaslin, Olivia McCaslin, Howard and Vivian McCaslin, pioneers and community builders. And April the 25th, 1998, the day that it was dedicated and unveiled. So these are just such important parts of the Heritage Center, but
And
also,
Duncan.
yes, Duncan, and just such a great tribute to the cattle drives and to the importance that those cattle drives played in just the shaping of Texas and
what
Oklahoma.
they held the importance in order to build something like this in remembrance of all
Oh,
that.
exactly. That they saw what a legacy
How it shaped
was.
Oklahoma
Yeah.
and Duncan and everything else.
Right. So we're very thankful for these people and so many others who I'm sure donated, and we're just
Time and everything else.
Yeah. So next, here's some more views. These are
You may not
from
be
the
used
south.
to seeing these.
Mhm.
These are
because
kind of
this
behind
is-
the scenes.
Yeah,
scenes.
this is like on the walk. You can see the sidewalk across
It's
here.
back behind here. There's
So
the trail.
there's the little trail goes across there. That little covering from the side, that's from the portico to the main building.
Door here.
Yeah, and so this is the main building. So the Heritage Center was first built in 1997, and that was that beginning part over there. And then additions were made in 2003, 2005, and 2007, and so it extended back here, back kind of
The
to
walking
the
trail's right
south
behind there.
and east here, and we have it looks like it's two-story, but that really is built to accommodate the theater.
Mm-hmm.
We have a wonderful
kind of
theater.
deceiving, right?
Right, it is, yeah. We have a great theater that we'll talk to you a little bit more about here in a little bit, but just another outside view. So as you walk to the front door, you see our welcoming committee. That's Becky and Savannah. These two are seem to always be around, Savannah especially.
Yes.
She runs our gift shop. And just so you know what they look like,
They don't always
they don't always
They
have
have
on
mouths.
it. But I included the picture with the mask because I think it's important for everyone to know that we are very conscientious of the possibility of people
Exposure and everything
being
else.
exposed to any kind of illness, especially right now, though, the coronavirus. And so everyone who comes here wears a mask. The employees all wear masks, and we are diligent in cleaning after we have guests and the seats and all the things that there are to do in here. We're very much on top of that. And so
These
that's
two
why I
help with
included
that.
the one that had the mask on it. I thought that would be a little bit funny. But yeah, here's their smiling faces for us. So you come through the front door, and of course, every good museum has a gift shop
yep.
right there at the front.
That's right. All
And
kinds of stuff.
Our gift shop may be small, but
It is mighty.
It is mighty, is right. I just put a lot of pictures so you could see. We have
Chocolates,
yeah,
jerky,
Bedre
suckers.
chocolate, suckers with scorpions inside, no less.
Hankering for
Right.
scorpion sucker.
Bacon flavored candy canes. I mean, you name it. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And then of course we have, postcards and
Books.
jewelry and books, more jewelry, mugs, shot glasses, the usual stuff. Here's a little tribute to Bud and Temple Abernathy, and we'll probably be talking about Bud and Temple Abernathy here in the future on another Trail Talk episode. Oops, I got too fast with my finger there.
Kids section.
Yeah, kids section, t-shirts, some nice little collectible things, some stuffed animals, children's books, just you name it. I mean, we really have a lot of
There's
items.
a lot to choose from.
And
it's full.
And on our website, you can
There's a lot to
actually
buy.
order
Almost
items.
anything that you see in the
yeah,
gift shop.
most everything is available for purchase
Mhm.
and for ordering. So, you know, if you see something you kind of like there, don't
Visit the
hesitate.
website and
Call
you
us.
can-
Give us.
right.
Yeah, we'll give you that information before we're finished today. So after you come through the front door, you get past the gift shop. You know, you've already spent like all the money you brought probably. So fortunately, you probably still have enough in your pocket to pay to get in here. And you come through the gate and you see the Garris Gallery. It'll be to your right. And over there closest to Mary, that's the maquette of the big bronze statue on the Chisholm
Smaller
Trail.
version of the
Mhm.
larger bronze. That's
Right,
out front.
that's out front. And then you'll walk through those doors, and I did not include all of the great art that we have in these
We'd be
pictures.
here for hours.
Yes, but it is the largest collection of Western art between Oklahoma City and Dallas. Well
Millions
over
of
$3
dollars.
million worth of art in here. And just on a side note, we're doing a lot of updating and upgrading things in here. We're painting and
Things will
gonna
look different.
try to organize it a little bit more to where
Kind of has
you'll-
more of a flow.
Right, and anyway, we think it's going to be great whenever we get finished with that. We can't wait for you all to see that. But this next one, well, this is a bronze of Geronimo. This is an Allen Hauser, just, you know, to name some people, artists that you may have heard of.
Recognize.
This picture I took, it's kind of hard to take a picture of one of
dark
these
picture.
paintings because this is one of our new walls and it's a dark purple.
And that painting itself is dark too.
Yeah, but this doesn't really do it justice. Another bronze, you can see that we have different sizes of bronze and
Mixed media.
a mixed media. We have a lot of all sorts of art, so we're very excited for you. We may just do a tour of the art sometime on a Trail Talk.
We can do it.
That wouldn't be a bad thing. So, you know, a lot of people really do travel here to see the
gallery.
art, the gallery. And in 2019, I thought this was kind of interesting. I found some information. In 2019, we have visitors from practically every state in the union, but we had the most visitors from Oklahoma, California, Missouri, Arkansas, Kansas, Colorado, Washington, and Florida.
Several of those are pretty far
Pretty
off.
far away,
Yeah.
yeah. We do get a lot of snowbirds who
that
have
travel.
been down south and they come back, they're headed back up north for the summer. But we also have visitors from Canada and Germany. Those are the two countries that the
visit
most
the most.
international visitors are from. But also Colombia, a lot of people from London have been here, other parts of the UK. So we literally have visitors from around the world, and I just think that's
Says a lot.
It does, because Duncan doesn't really have other attractions that people from other
Come into and visit. and
right
tour.
people from other countries would come here to see.
Yeah.
So we're very proud of the fact that the Chisholm Trail Heritage Center draws that kind of
Visitors.
yeah, from different places. So
Some animals.
yeah, we have this awesome Animals on the Trail diorama.
Some of them we've talked about on here.
We have, right? Yeah, we've taught about several of these animals, but we thought we'd show you their home in one little
Their natural
spot here.
everything habitat.
Yes, these animals in their natural habitats. We don't want to
We don't
disturb
want to
the
sleep
sleeping
the animals.
bison. But the fact of the matter is that these are all animals that the cowboys would have had an interaction with to some degree while they were bringing the cattle up the trail. And of course the Longhorn, you know, the main breed of cattle that
Was
they
taken
brought on the
to
trails.
Longhorn.
But there's all kinds of wildlife in there. We have a little place over here, little buttons that you can push and hear different animal sounds.
Some of them you may not be used to hearing. So.
Right. And, you know, if by request we don't have one, I think Savannah makes animal sounds.
On
So,
request,
yeah, on request. So you might tuck that
the lady at the
information away.
front.
Someone's wagging their finger at me right now.
It's not me.
So just down, there's a ramp on the side of that diorama, and when you walk down it, there's double doors, and you go into our rotating exhibit room. And this is a place where we like to have artists who want to
Usually
bring
4 or so a year.
right,
they come through.
and so they'll come in, they'll put up whatever pieces they have. Currently, we're featuring Jim
This
Weaver.
awesome Jim
And
Weaver
this
exhibit.
is his tribute to the Chisholm Trail. He made especially for this showing in our exhibit room, and we are so proud of this piece and to be able to show it.
Showcase it.
And he does all of his artistry on leather, and tools
Smells really
the
good in
leather.
there.
It does. He tools the leather and paints it, and just he's very creative. So we encourage you to come and see this. It'll be here through September, and then we have some other people coming, some other artists, some women who are more than one. There's several of them coming together. But that information will be available on our website, I believe. So the next place that you come to, I'm just kind of walking you through kind of a natural flow, is the star of the visit, the Experience Theater. Now, you might be disappointed that the next slide is not inside the theater, but that is by design.
We can't really give you the full effect.
Right, we'd show you, but you know what we'd have to do to you then, right? You have to come and see this yourself.
It has to be seen in person.
Right, because it's not truly 4D, because it's not like 3D with the thing, but there are it's much more than just seeing and hearing
It's
a
much
movie.
more than just sitting and watching.
Right, because you're going to smell and feel a lot of things that happen in this movie. So if you have never been here, this is a real treat. Everyone loves it.
Children love it.
Right,
Adults
children,
love it.
grown-ups, grandmas and
We love it.
grandpas. We do. I never get tired of well, I'm not
Some
going
of
to
the
say,
parts.
yeah, some parts of it. And plus, we know all the words by
That's
heart.
right.
We've
We do.
heard it a few times. So be sure you don't want to miss the Experience Theater whenever you come here. Looking for a place to have a party? We've got the party room.
There is a party room available.
And seriously, this is our multi-purpose room. A lot of time in the education program,
We teach in there.
we teach in there. It's a great setup.
but even if we're
to-
teaching, it's still available for
That,
rent.
well, that is true. That is true. But we teach art. We can set up tables and there's a lot of space in there. We'll do other group activities in there. A lot of times,
Meetings.
if the weather's not nice, kids
Eat
will eat
lunch
lunch
back
in
there.
there. But businesses will use our room. They can rent it for a meeting
Meeting
space,
space.
for a party. Banquets, showers, receptions, family reunions. This room is available to you, and if you're interested in something like that, of course you can find out by calling or checking on
Our
our
website.
website for information on that. But the multi-purpose room truly is used for
It's a lot.
a
It's
lot
used a lot.
of different purposes,
Multi.
hence the name, right?
Very literal around here.
Yeah. Oh, and now you're going to get a chance to meet the man, the myth, the legend himself, Jesse Chisholm.
Yeah.
Jesse Chisholm. This is
His
a
portrait
painting.
there.
Yeah, this is the only known. Of course, this is not the original, but it's the only known likeness of
Right.
him that
Just a few days
we
before he
have.
died.
And so we have a painting of it hanging outside. The Campfire Theater is an animatronic theater, and it's so good.
Lifelike.
Very lifelike. We actually had a group of adults who were here on a bus tour one time, and there was a husband and wife, and they pulled me aside, and she said, I need you to tell us, are those real people? Because I say they are, and he says they aren't. And
I thought they were just sitting there waiting for their cue to start.
And I said, no, ma'am, they're not real. They're animatronic. And he was like, well, I told you so. But anyway,
They can pass as real, though.
That just shows that they're very,
How lifelike.
it's very convincing.
Yeah, it
very
is.
convincing when
It
you're
is,
in
very
there
much.
watching them. So Jesse Chisholm and a friend of his named Tex
Mm-hmm.
have a little chat in there, so you don't want to miss the Campfire Theater. And then kind of in the center of the museum, the walking and viewing area, it kind of begins the interactive portion,
Of the museum.
which is, I mean, it's really geared a lot toward children, but there are so
There's
many
so many
things that
adults things.
that adults really like as well. This part, probably
Especially,
adults enjoy more. This side, you can push buttons and watch little trailers from old Western
Westerns,
movies,
yes.
and that's really kind of fun, especially if you grew up like I did watching all those Western movies. That part.
Song clips.
Song clips, and there's some oldies,
Mhm.
some very old
I'm on the
campfire
range.
/ cattle drive songs. Yes, indeed. And this is just memorabilia from the movies and things, but that's a fun kind of reminiscing place. And then you come over here to the
Not far from where we're
interactive-
standing.
Right, exactly. In fact, it's just right,
Right
there. This is just a place where you learn about
Just information.
Longhorns, just information. On the other side, there are horns, and you lift up these little doors,
Window
and there
type
are
things.
teeth.
Full sets of teeth.
Full sets of cattle teeth. But it's kind of
It's-
teaching how you
yeah.
can judge the age of an animal
cow.
by its teeth or its horns.
Mhm.
So it's just a little, it's educational. Speaking
like
of
it.
educational, Mary, let's kind of talk about our education program for a minute.
The way that we teach.
Right. We we are a GE Great Expectations certified classroom. The only museum
I know.
that falls into that.
A lot of the school, I mean, it's for mainly schools because you qualify in a certain way and you get recertified each year. But we are actually one of the only non-schools that are actually GE certified. Have been
Exactly.
for 15
Well,
years.
this is our 15th year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last year.
All of us teachers are GE certified.
So we offer an education program. In 2019, we had over 10,000
It was a lot of
students
kids.
who came through here as a part of our education program. And if it sounds like we're bragging, it is a little bit of a brag because we feel like it's just a great educational day. The children learn, you've heard of STEM, well we do STEAM, where it's science, technology, engineering, art, and math. And we incorporate all of those
And
parts.
they don't even realize it.
Right. We
They have so much
we
fun.
cover the past skills for Oklahoma and Texas schools. We give a full day of just fun learning activities. We offer 4 different sessions a year. Plus, in the summer, we'll
Still
also
offer
have a
another one.
different session for daycares. And now this year,
Things were a little different.
yeah, you know, guys,
We were still here,
2020
though.
has been a little crazy, but 2020 gave birth to Trail Talk, so we're not entirely.
That's right, we're
yeah,
not in the dark.
It's not a total loss. But
Right.
just if you see this and you haven't heard about our education program and you're interested, call us because we would love to give you
We can
information
do
about
virtual.
that.
We can do almost anything.
Right? Yeah, we're kind of reorganizing.
Revamping that as well.
Yeah, everything's in revamp mode. But we're coming up with ways to do that virtually. So where there's a will, there's a way.
That's right.
We got that around
Yeah.
here. Okay. Fun part. Try your hand at roping a longhorn.
Right here.
Yeah, you
got
can
your own saddle.
Sit on this saddle. That's a full-sized rope. You can make a lasso. Try to get it over the horns there. You can try to rope the little calf.
Yeah.
If you feel like.
Maybe you'd feel easier.
Right. Yeah, and it is a little bit easier to get him. But anyway, that's just a fun little interactive
Kids love
thing.
that.
They do. They really do. And then we have the Duncan store. So this isn't necessarily a part of the Chisholm Trail, but
part of
it's a
Duncan.
part of Duncan and how kind of Duncan became the town. Duncan, and it's William Duncan is the man who had the store, and it is a very fun interactive place. We have again, COVID has kind of sucked some of the fun out of it, But whenever we're all back, and it's going to come back, we're going to be able to do it again. You know, there's like play food and eggs, chicken eggs, and pretend money and all sorts of things. But we were, for years, we didn't have any of that, and the kids
They still had a blast.
Still have a good time
Yep.
in there.
No.
Because there are a lot of things you can pull, or you walk past
Drawers.
motion sensor things that
Still things to do.
Yeah. So anyway, the store is always a huge hit, and now here we are.
Hello.
These are the people who get things done around here.
Oh, man.
There's Mary. You might recognize her. This is Leah. I asked Leah to join us on, but you know, look how busy she is. She couldn't
All
get
those
away.
papers.
All those papers. There's Scott and Bailey. Maria and Elizabeth aren't on here, but I tried to get pictures of everyone because, guys, places
There's a
like
lot that
this,
goes on behind the scenes.
so much goes on behind the scenes. And, you know, Mary is not just an educational teacher, she's also a docent. And so that means that she does tours. Tell us a little bit about a tour, Mary. What is your favorite thing about?
I love
doing
interacting with all the different people. There's so
Uh-huh.
many, like you said earlier, so many different people that come in you get to relate to or see the differences between just talking to them. Some of them have different interests, so you're able to kind of pick up on that and highlight it during their trip here. I just like interacting.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's one of the best parts. So when you come here on a visit, it's what is it? $5 per person? Is that? Oh, it's $6. That Savannah's here to make sure I get this right.
That's what I was looking at.
Yeah, it's $6 per person, but
kids get, I think, is it $4?
okay, $4 for children, but we have a lot of discounts
And family packages.
And family packages. So let me give you some of that information real fast. So if you're a Cotton Electric member, you can get $1 off of your admission.
Okay.
Also, if you are a AAA member, you can have $1 off. Now you have to bring proof.
Right.
You know, you
Can't
can't
just come
just
in and say, "Hey."
Yeah. If you are a veteran, then you get a discount. Senior adults get a discount. And active military and their families, free admission all the time. So we want to just say thank you to our military families. But also there are a couple of organizations that reciprocate or share their membership perks with us, and so we share with them.
Okay.
And so it's the Reciprocal Organization of Associated Museums and the North American Reciprocal Museums. If you are a member of a museum in either of those, including a member of the Chisholm Trail Heritage Center, you can visit any of the museums in either of those organizations for free.
And all you have to do is just join one.
You just join one, and like our membership is $125. That's
that gets
the
you
minimum
to that
level. That gets you to the free membership in these other museum level. That's, I don't know if I'm saying that clearly, but it's over 1,000 museums. So if that's something you really are into and you're traveling a lot, just
well worth the
remember
money.
that. Yeah, I think it would
Pays
pay
for itself real quick.
very, very quickly. It would. So I think we've covered just about
I
everything.
feel weird seeing my face.
Yeah, I know. I'm not on one of these pictures, so I'm kind of thinking this is funny. But I just want to tell you guys thanks for joining us today. Thanks for taking a tour, a virtual tour. Really, it's not even that good as what a virtual tour would be. But if this has brought any kind of questions or interests to mind,
We're always here.
Right, always.
We're usually here.
We're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 4. And so let me just hold that up there for you. That's our website and our phone number. Here you go. If you have any questions about anything that you've seen or heard today, or just, you want to get something from the gift shop, or you just want to call and say, hey, we like Trail Talk.
We liked you. We saw you. Do it again.
Yeah, we'll just take any of those.
Yep.
And so that pretty much
That wraps
concludes
everything
for
up for
today.
today.
Now, tune in tomorrow at 2:00. We have George Rhodes coming. He is a cowboy poet. He has 2 books that have received special medallions, the Will Rogers medallions, and his most recent book, it has been selected as a finalist in that competition. So he's very talented at writing, and he's going to come and share just a few of his poems with us. I know,
That would
I'm
be
very,
exciting.
very excited for Mr. Rhodes to join us. So
You guys should too then.
yeah, absolutely. Tune in at 2:00.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Tune in at 2:00.
Sometimes I spit when I start saying things like that, so I'm not going to.
There's no way.
I don't want to have to clean the screen
screen,
off,
okay.
right? So if that's everything,
think that's it.
then it's time for us to sign off. So unmute your mics. There you go. And on 3, we'll say happy trails. 1, 2, 3. Happy trails.